Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna jump right into today's furniture flip. My husband picked up this free dresser for me off of Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna show you how I transformed it into a two-tone modern dresser. To start, I sprayed the exterior of the dresser with the TSP substitute and wiped it clean. I then moved on to removing all of the original hardware and drawers, and I will not be reusing this hardware.
Good morning. It is about 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get as much done as I can before my little one wakes up because it's already Wednesday. You guys know I upload on Sunday and I haven't been able to work on it the past 2 days because I've been busy. So I'm gonna try to get as much done here this morning before I can get to it on her nap time. So I'm gonna be stripping these drawer fronts because I'm trying to get them to bare wood and I don't want to take too long sanding them, so we're going to be stripping them instead.
To strip, I am using an old inexpensive brush. Typically I use a chip brush, but I didn't have any laying around. I apply a thick, even coat, and I usually don't use plastic, but it has been extremely hot lately that I didn't want to risk it drying on me faster than the 15 minutes. As you can see here, there is quite a bit of damage to the trim piece on the dresser, so while I waited on my stripper to work, I went ahead and removed it. The stain came off mostly with one coat, but I did decide to do two, and made sure to scrub with some fine steel wool and mineral spirits afterwards to remove any residue and inactivate the stripper. To attach the new cut trim, I simply glued and nailed it into place. And for a more polished finish, I added caulk to the seam and filled the nail holes with wood filler. Once my door fronts were dry, I smoothed them down using 220 grit sand sponges. After deciding which holes I would use so that I didn't have to drill any new ones, I went ahead and filled them using wood filler and sanded them down once it dried. To scuff sand, I am using my detail sander with 180 grit sandpaper, and for smaller, harder to reach areas, I just used 180 grit sandpaper and sanded by hand. I used Valspar furniture paint and thinned it to help it spray easily. This is the same color I used in one of my recent flips. If you've been here before, you know that this is not my usual spraying system. I bought this Wagner home sprayer a few months back and had only used it once because I didn't know how I felt about it. I decided to use it again to see if I liked it. I will say this sprayer sprayed the specific paint flawlessly. I will definitely be using it again and keep updating you on how it continues to work for me. I personally like to spray in both directions and consider that to be my first coat. For my drawer fronts, I wanted to tone down the yellow and orange wood tones, so I made a wash from knapsack khaki from Melange and applied it. I wiped away almost immediately, and as you can see, it made them a lot more neutral. The following day, I sanded and began my second coat of paint. And this paint does require an 8-hour dry time before recoating. And then the weather suddenly decided to change and it started pouring. The wind picked up and started blowing the rain sideways. Although hard to see, my dresser had a million water spots all over it. To seal my drawer fronts, I applied a generous amount of wax with a brush and wiped away any excess. Now thankfully this paint did dry to a smooth finish even though it had a bunch of watermarks, but I had an itch to suddenly add height to the dresser and I made a poll on Instagram and 90% of y'all said yes to add legs. So I removed the existing supporting pieces of wood, cut 2x4s to size, and made pocket holes to attach them to the original base. I also added a few screws for extra support. After adding the support, I decided to remove the trim and add a wider one in its place. I drilled for my hardware and added my new legs, and after staining them in a dark walnut, it was time to add my hardware to the drawers. Now let's take a look at what this dresser used to look like and what it looks like now. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, be kind, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.